Well, hello everyone. Today I'm going to give you my random thoughts on Stonewielder, the third of Ian C Esslemont's novels of the Malassian Empire. And there will probably be some spoilers here, so a trigger alert from that if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff. Also, apologies in advance for any noise that might occur. There's some renovation work going on in the apartment right above us here, so let's see. Um, Stonewielder. Okay, so I thought Knight of Knives wasn't. It was fine. It was okay. Return of the Crimson Guard did not enjoy that at all. Stonewielder. Now this was quite a surprise. I loved it. It was a great read. Had not expected to get this treat after the first two installment in Esslemont's series. Um, the execution of the whole overarching storyline with the mysterious goddess and her cult is just delivered in an excellent way. I especially like the fact that he started to tie the story together with the with Ericsson's Book of the Fallen. When towards the end, the connections between this book and the crippled god became more apparent. This book was flooded by characters that I suddenly gave a damn about, reoccurring characters that I've met before in Esselman's book that I didn't care for. Now I suddenly gave a damn about them. The settings came alive in a way that you would expect from a Malassian book, and that they kind of did not in Return of the Crimson Guard. But here, all of the settings felt very much alive. The wall, the cities, the military camps, the little fishing village, the Shadow Warren, of course. Um, I, I like visiting the Shadow Warren in Esslemont's books, maybe more so than I do in Ericsson's. Anyway, um, favorite plotline, maybe I really liked Banith and the introduction to those murders that Bakun is investigating, and that creepy monastery, and uh, yeah, one of many plotlines I really enjoyed. Now, as for world building and plot, I had not expected there to be a continuing story throughout Esmon's books. I thought they were all totally standalones. Now I understand that the Crimson Guard is always present in these books, and Skinner seems to serve some sort of similar function to the underlying story that the crippled god has in the main series as kind of the big bad, if you like, pulling strings behind the scenes. Um, I Yeah, and as I said, I did not expect this story to tie into the doings of the crippled god. Um, what else? So the subplot of Kiska and her mysterious companion going to find Tayshran felt a little bit disconnected from the rest of the plot, but I didn't really mind because I loved to read about them and what they were up to. And as for the identity of her mysterious companion, I did not see that coming. Now, in hindsight, of course, all the things were there. Now he's from the Seven Cities. There's a connection to Soleil, is it the goddess of dreams? And of course, in hindsight, it's obvious because this is Malasan after all. Um, the one thing I didn't like was there was a very short scene towards the end where Skinner, just like Callar did in Return of the Crimson Guard, just pops up out of nowhere, does a villainous thing, and then just haha disappears. That felt a bit silly, to be fair. Speaking of silly, shout out to Manask. Almost forgot about him being so damned discreet and all, easy to forget. Yeah, so overall, enjoyed that way more than I had expected to. So now, after a few weeks break. I've just gotten started on this one, the next one, Orb Scepter Throne. I've only read the prologue so far. I did not expect to get back to Kyrgyzstan. I'm so psyched. This is my favorite city in all of fantasy. So many of my favorite characters are there. I thought I'd left them all behind after the events in To All the Hounds, which I reread before I started Stonewielder, and it kind of felt like a bittersweet farewell to them all. And I'm so continued. I'm sorry. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to continue reading. And yeah, that's about it. So Esslemont turns out that he can write. I mean, like really write. Who would have thought? Anyway, see you in the next one.